Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to the Sonia Show. In a news exclusive, I've learned the brigades have recently attacked 2 officers transferring a prisoner. The brigades overwhelmed the officers during a refueling stop and released the prisoners. Here tonight is Officer Green, who fortunately survived this brutal attack. Officer Green, can you tell us what happened?
Well, me and Officer Thompson were refueling on our way to a more secure facility when we were suddenly attacked by at least 10 brigades.
Terrible.
These brigades, they're just violent criminals.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Yeah, if anyone knows anything about the people who did this, or have seen these fugitives, call the Sonia hotline or your local authorities at once.
Thank you, Officer Green. In very good news, a large network of smugglers helping teens cross has recently been dismantled by security forces. Thank you for keeping our country secure, Border Forces. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. In a nutshell, voting for Flores equals voting for violence. Don't vote for violence. Vote for Tyrak. As you know, the Sonia Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonia hotline. And that has been the Sonia Show.
Chuck's isn't open right now. Renovation. Music? No, you don't. You and that skinny guy, go on, but make it quick.
I win! Hand over those bills, Robert.
Well, I'm out. Anyone else want a shot at this guy?
Not me. Papa Bear's wearing an air hockey back for Satan.
Weaklings, all of you. But what about you, kid? We've got ourselves a contender. First to 3 points wins. Let's do this. The kid's got your number.
Nah, you just got lucky. Let's see what you got, young wolf. one bit. But you beat me, young bud. Fair and square.
Come on, drinks all round. I'm paying.
Sure you're not on the Olympic squad?
It is, isn't it? Yep, Chuck's is our official hangout. Don't go telling the pigs.
It's cooler than it looks, young blood. Believe me.
Oh, you're not. It's just that John's still living in the past. Chuck, serve this boy a martyr.
Here we go.
You sure about that, Robert?
Our friend here is practically an adult, aren't you? My name is Robert, kid. Nice to meet you. You know, I do believe there's a reason you're here today.
Maybe you should push on, young bud. It's getting late.
Whoa, young bud. You okay? You look a little funny. What did you put in that drink? The burger? Everything.
Kid, wake up. Wake up.
Haha, I see. Come on, I want to show you something. Something big. Welcome to the Brigade's secret hideout. John and I were at the border in '86. The brigades have been around for many years. We have many teen informants. We're hoping one can cross and help us from the other side. The transmitter is one of our biggest achievements. The police are looking for it, but they'll never get their hands on it. We have something special planned for Election Day. Wait and see. Come on, I'll show you.
What's the kid doing here, Robert?
The kid's political. Besides, aren't we on the lookout for fresh blood? See? He's not gonna say a word. Let me start with a big piece of news. Thanks to Zoe, we have intel showing that Tyrak was behind the collapse.
Just like we've always suspected.
You're just like us, kid. We tried to end his life that day, but he set off the explosives on the peak. Each year they set it off to prevent avalanches. Must have set off too much in '86. I have some other big news. I have a plan to rig a Tyrak billboard. We'll attract cops to it by broadcasting a fake signal. When they arrive, boom, we trigger the device. This isn't a huge move, but it's a good start and will send a strong message. Do I have any volunteers?
I'll do it, Robert.
This isn't who we are.
They're sending teens to the work camp, John. Protests aren't cutting it. And Flores sure as hell won't cut it either.
Robert's right. We need to attack. Now.
Alex, our little genius, will help us rig the device. If all goes well, he can build us something bigger and badder for Election Day.
The kid's out, Robert. He doesn't want to be involved in this.
We don't need Alex. We can find somebody else to do this.
I'm telling you all, violence will do more harm than good.
Funny, don't you think, kid? Funny because John and his girlfriend were the ones who drove the truck to kill Tyrak in '86.
I've changed, Robert.
Yes, you have. Look, we should vote and settle this right now. Who thinks the brigades need to be more aggressive?
I don't.
I do.
I do.
I refrain.
I don't.
I don't.
I do.
Free against free.
Let's ask the kid. He's here after all.
That's why you brought him in. To vote on your side. Incredible.
Kid, what do you think?
You blew it, kid. I thought you had the makings of a real brigade.
Guys, picked it up on the scanner. The police on their way.
We all know what we need to do. Get in our cars and leave calmly. Kid, no need to worry. They'll never suspect you.
Hey kid, wanna play? We can put down some money if you want. Let's play! You win fair and square. Here's your money. Another game?
What can I do for you, kid? Of course, kid. You know what kind of a bar this is. I'm on the front line.
Nothing to see here, kid.
Yes? Come home immediately, or your parents will be arrested. We'll catch you, you know. Sooner or later, we'll catch you.
why I've given you a ride. I gave you a ride because I know your secret. That you're my biggest fan. I don't deny it, honey buns. Well, it's written all over you. Now relax. You must be exhausted from being on the road. There's a normal-sized remote to your left. See it? Everything you ever wanted can be accessed by pressing one of its normal-sized buttons. Go on. Oh, look at that! That's what rich people call a sunroof. Now go on, climb up there. Grab one of those fan letters beside you. Don't lie. What's it say? Oh, I see. Put on the pile labeled death threats. Oh gosh, almost every day. That's why I got Adam, my bodyguard and driver. As irritating as he is.
Do you want me to turn the audio off, Sonia?
Yeah! It's a question I ask myself all the time, believe me. But whoever it is, they won't do nothing. Believe me, I am.
Sonia?
What is it, Adam? Kinda having a moment here with my biggest fan.
It's time.
For the Sonia show, of course. I never miss it. Now park those buns over here. We say it's live, but that would be way too hard. When asked if he feared his political opponent Flores, President Tyrak merely chuckled. And now for today's missing teen report. Unfortunately, we have additional teens and blah, 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 blah. You can ask me anything you want. You know that, right? I'm here for you. How do you think they make me feel? They want to topple a system that's good to me. I don't like them at all. Thanks, honey bunny. Wait, you feel that? We're slowing down. Ring Adam for me, would you?
Yes, Sonia?
It wasn't me who rang, Adam. So stupid. It was my biggest fan.
Yes, Sonia's biggest fan? We're pulling into a security checkpoint. Looks like there's another protest.
And to think this was once a nice totalitarian nation. More and more. It's this upcoming election. It's giving people, oh, what's that word? Hope?
You suck!
They think my station is owned and operated by the state, which it's not. I mean, not 100%. Here come the police. This party is about to blow up.
Please, get back in the limo.
You're starting to sound like the Black Brigade, sweetie. Uh-oh, they have rocks again. That's what I say on my show all the time. Uh-oh, police is blowing this party up!
escort, Sonya.
Finally! So long, losers! Well, we made it. Not that there was ever any doubt. Exciting, no? I'm joking, sweetie. Sweetie pie, I'm gonna take you a little further than I originally intended. Here, you deserve it. Now go on and play with the remote again if you want.
You sure this place is closed, Stan?
All the lights are on.
Yeah, it just leaves those on to scare criminals.
Well, didn't work.
Nope.
Stan.
You there! Want to be part of something big? A break-in. Probably the best ever.
Best ever? You say that before all our crimes.
Where you think you're going?
He's a witness, Stan.
I know that. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna help us break into this here office. Understand? Okay, so Mitch is casing out the place. We need to be real quiet. Really? Now shut your trap. Here comes Mitch.
Okay. From what I can tell, the place is empty. Yeah, this should be a piece of cake.
Okay, let's go. There's a psycho after Sonya, and we need to protect her.
Yeah, sweet Sonya's in danger. Yeah, well, she's a national icon.
Kid, you going through the vents here.
You used my lucky lockpick to get in. It's lucky because I've never had to actually use it. Okay, let's do this. But, maybe you'd like to ask us something first?
Unfortunately, due to our priors, this is an impossibility.
Yeah, if you got a criminal record, you can't vote, kid.
But what about you?
That's nice. Now come here, little buddy. Go to the end and use the lockpick.
Now park in front of the cameras and get ready. Finally! I thought we'd never get him.
Stan. We talked about this. You need to work on your patience.
Kid, can you see us on the camera?
Look around. See a layout of the office?
Like we didn't already know that. Let's do this already.
Oh no! Something's beeping!
It's an alarm! Kid, stop the alarm!
Make it stop!
Cut the alarm, kid!
What do we do, Stan? Thanks, little buddy.
Why are you thanking him? He forgot to cut it!
Stan, he's not an expert criminal like us.
Mitch, help me with the door! Pick it up, and that's cool.
Hello, this is security. We're responding to an alert. Everything all right?
Mitch, can't you pick that lock any faster?
What triggered the alarm? I see. That unfortunately happens a lot. Anyway, thank you for your explanation. Just a second, sir. I'll also need Happy Taxi's security password. It's just protocol.
What's happening, kid?
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
What do you expect us to do? We're robbers, not wizards.
No, I cannot.
Yeah, whatever, kid.
I'm waiting, sir. What is the password?
Hold on. There's a post-it here. Says A45 D2R CPP12. Maybe that's it.
Thank you for your time, and take care.
I got it, Stan.
Finally! What took you so long?
You know I don't like to rush things.
This is a break-in, Mitch! Look, the manager's office.
Oh man, the door has a code. Any idea?
Try 1234.
No.
4321?
Nope.
Well, I'm fresh out of ideas. Kid, you're in the security room. Code must be in there somewhere. Find it. Hold on. Try 9999.
Still not it. It worked! I'm in! What the heck?
Kid, are you seeing this? Hold on, there's tape on the camera. There!
We knew someone was obsessed with Sonya, but this is cray-cray.
It's him, Mitch! The Seiko cabbie after her!
You two, stop!
Close the door!
Who was that guy?
Looks like the security service sent an agent.
Open this door immediately! Listen, you don't want any trouble. Give me the manager's office code.
Don't give him the code, kid.
We're close to finding where this creep is gonna attack.
Wanna play it like that, do you?
I got it, Stan. He's gonna attack at the border. At the top of the hill.
You've asked for it. You're screwed, kid.
Let's get out of here.
Sorry, little buddy.
Open this door.
For the ride, homie. Now I got time to work on this game. Anywhere with free electricity. Just need to charge my super dope tech in the back. Yo, go on. Ask me a question. I can multitask like an MFer. Totally, dog. Never seen anything like it in all my 14 years. How do they make you feel? Yeah, could go either way, I guess. Politics are hyper-complicated. Now, let me get back to this beta. Complete. I sell my games, you know. Built that computer, too. One day, everyone will have a computer like that. I'm telling you, small computers are the future. Hungry? Ask your small computer for food. Lost? Ask your small computer for directions. That's the future, homie. I'm telling you. Yo, are we gonna play this bad boy or not? It's called Furious Tanks. You got tanks, and they're furious. You're blue. This is easy mode. Red tank can't fire. It's like begging you to blow it up. Skills. Now we play for real. Uh-oh. Alex is about to take off the gloves. Ouch. Yo, maybe we can make it better. Maybe the player has to gather ammo? Maybe the bullets bounce off the walls? What do you think? Let me just... Boom! Game time, dog. So, what do you think? And be honest. I hate liars. Okay, but I'm trusting you on this, man. So, what do you think now? Nice. Here's an advance on the profits. And there are sure to be profits. I ain't playing around. Yo, one day 100 people will play the same game at the same time. Yeah, homie, I really do. I'm like the Nostradamus of our modern era. No one. I just picked it up on my own. My intellect is vast and sponge-like, dog. It's not you, Home Slice. It's just... I don't know my parents. Not my real parents, anyway. You know the attack in '86? Yeah. Well, I think my bio parents died in the attack too. The really sad part is, I got no memories of them. None. No matter how hard I try. I just have this picture. It's from GNN, the day of the attack. They appear for just 1 sec. I learned a lot about computers enhancing this. Thanks, homie. Guess I needed to talk and didn't know it. 20 bucks. That's steep. And that's why I'm on the road. They're probably gone. You know, buried underneath the rocks. But I want to find out as much about them as I can. Yeah, it's complicated. Thanks, man. You can drop me off at the next location. Yo, your fuel is low, dog. You're gonna run out of gas fast. Thanks, homie. Appreciate that. Now, crank some music. We best ride in style.
Wow, you look rough. Don't mention it. What is it? Looks like you got something on your mind. Too radical for me. And I think they were behind what happened in '86. Same to you, man.
Say, you look familiar. You're one of those teens on the posters. Yeah, I'd recognize that silhouette anywhere. Better call the cops. Make sure you're not missing. I am. See that pump? Serve gas for me and we won't have any problems. Here we go. Don't blow this.
10 liters of unleaded. Make it fast. I said 10 liters. This better not ruin my baby's engine.
Oh, any mistakes will be docked from your pay.
And now, a sneak peek of today's Sonia show.
When asked if he feared his political opponent, President Tyrak chuckled and said, "Who?"
Tune in later to hear more.
The Sonia Show. Now that's the real news.
Give me $15 of diesel.
Nice, thanks. What? You got a job working here?
I don't want your kind around here.
My kind? What do you mean, my kind?
I know what you're up to. Trying to leave the country. Border crossers. Tyrak is right to do to you what he does. Oh, look who's pulling in. Yeah, you'd better run.
Hey, little young to pump gas, aren't you? If you say so, just give me 12 bucks of V-Power. Did I see a kid run off?
You did, yeah. How's that for a guilty conscience?
Thanks, Peach Fuzz. Now, about that kid.
You hear about the hitcher?
Nope. Just for the gas.
He ran off towards my shed. I know he plans to cross. He said as much.
And who are you?
Have I seen you someplace?
Stay right there, okay? Come on, Reed. Let's have a look.
Flip me. I know what you're thinking, Peach Fuzz. You want to help the kid, but that would be a mistake. You understand what I'm telling you?
Come out, kid.
We know you're in here.
There you are. Where do you think you're going?
I didn't do anything. Leave me alone.
You hear that? Kid's innocent.
Uh-huh. just like all the others.
Get him in the van. I'll join you in a sec. Now what about this one?
This one's legit. Works here.
I don't know. Look how dirty he is. Looks like a crosser to me. Not gonna talk, huh? Well, you'll have plenty of time at the station. You're coming with me.
I'll take it from here.
Yo, what?
I'll book him. Besides, it saves you room to pick up another kid.
Fine, I guess.
Shut up, kid. Okay, you can go. I am. You didn't break any law? Those guys were just on a power trip. Sorry I yelled at you like that. Had to make it look real. And I'm sorry about the other kid. He seemed nice. Oh, I thought maybe you were traveling together. Seems like you want to ask me something. They don't bother me unless it gets violent. Well, make sure you get registered. Bye, Peach Fuzz. Take care, okay?
She let you go? Fine. Just take it easy, okay?
And as a reminder, never stop to pick up hitchhikers, young or old. They could be dangerous. And that's today's Sonia Show. Thanks for tuning in.
All my cigarettes are wet. Two guys are after me. They've been following me up and down these roads. Up and down. I'm starting to think they'll never quit. They want to put a stop to me. I can't let that happen. That's why I'm out here in the rain and not in my cab. They're close. They're too close. I think they're fans of hers. Twisted. Hey, something's wrong with your doors. Stop what? I wasn't doing anything. To do that. Do you know why? That's why. You picked the wrong guy to pick up. You know that. Now drive. I've had a really bad day and could use some cheering up. So that's what you're gonna do. Cheer me up. I just wanna have a little chat. So go on. Chat. You could say I'm not a fan. You're already starting to bore me. Guess it's my turn to ask the questions. I'll tell you something else. I've been thinking about killing you. So better give me the right answers. Tell me, do you listen to the news often? Don't lie to me. I bet you were listening just before you picked me up. Tell me something else, and this is important. What do you think about Sonia Sanchez? That's how I feel. You're not just saying that, are you? Good. Sonia did something bad. Real bad. I don't want your sympathy. revenge. Who else? Have you been listening to a word I've said? Because of Sonya, my sweet daughter is dead. She'll pay for that. She'll pay dearly. I think you know that already. Just not the when and where. Like those two freaks after me. She didn't move a finger to save her under those rocks. Not one. Nor did those brigades. They'll pay too. Stop the car. I've decided what I'm gonna do to you. I'm going to let you live. But you are going to give me your car. I can drop you off somewhere if you'd like. It is raining. Fine. Then get out.
Hey, get down! My bad. Backpack, dirty, smelly. I take it you're looking for the cave. Me too. Follow me. We need to get away from the road. I know where the cave is. At least, I think I do. My name's Zoe. I don't know about you, but I've had a pretty intense journey to get here. Tough, but good. All I'll say is, after everything, I'm a different person. And that's good. Believe me, I want to help people now, not just myself.
So I took off with no plan, thinking I could find a friend, saying hi and shaking hands. I hope this moment never ends.
kid.
Streams attached, no looking back from ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights. I know the road is my home. That's what it feels like.
Wow, look at this view.
Chasing butterflies and floating on the breeze. I've got no doors, I need no keys. Another world to be seen.
Despite everything that's wrong here, there's still so much beauty.
On the road, I'm on my own, waking up. Streams attached, no looking back from ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights. I know.
Just a sec. I want to try something. Echo! Echo! I know, cheesy, but I've always wanted to do that. You must have had some pretty amazing adventures yourself. Tell me about it. Is it just because we have a tyrannical child as a president? Maybe there's something in the water from all the drilling. The cave should be just up there. Again, I think. Follow me! The radio was right. I can't believe this place really exists. It's so cool. You're a moderate. I can get down with that, at least on certain issues. Come on, let's check it out. Look, someone left their things behind. It's somebody's journal. A man and his son were traveling together. This cave isn't only used by teens. He was frightened they wouldn't make it. Me too. This country has ruined so many lives. Come on, let's go back and start a fire. It's cold in here. Grab some sticks, and we'll need a light. Know how to start a fire? If we can start one, we should be warm and toasty in no time. Yeah, sorry. Look, can I tell you something? You know how earlier I said I wanted to help people? Well, this is how I'm gonna do it. No, it's more than that. Classified government documents showing the brigades didn't cause the collapse in '86, like everyone says. Tyrak. Mount National was rigged with explosives to prevent avalanches, like every other year. When the brigades tried to take Tyrak out, he triggered the explosion. Let's just say, my dad has a very important position in the government. I'm going to try. The brigades are gonna help me reach the other side. When I get to the border, they'll send me a signal. And when I cross, if I cross, I'll share this with every foreign news outlet I can. It will be if I make it. I think this could finally take him down. Oh, if you want, sure. We should probably get some rest then. Getting past security isn't gonna be easy. Tomorrow is the beginning of the end of Tyrak. I hope.
Kept inside so long.
Are you kidding me, man? This Walkman is a piece of junk. You should be arrested for trying to hawk this.
When you left an open door,
it's you!
I couldn't help.
It's nice to see you. I thought we'd never see each other again. Listen, I hope you're not angry with me about the cave. I was just trying to help you. Really.
Thinking I could find a friend.
Thanks for saying that, man.
Saying hi, shaking head.
There's been a delay, but I might cross tonight. That's why I was trying to buy a Walkman. To hear the signal.
It feels so cool.
maybe I shouldn't say this here. The brigades are gonna send me a signal telling me when it's right to cross. They could be sending me the signal right now. I need a Walkman.
Desert skies and summer nights, I know.
I dropped it in the cave, of course. Come on, let's listen to it in my tent. Follow me.
That's what it feels like to be free. Chasing butterflies and floating on the breeze. I've got no doors, I need no keys. Another world to be seen. It feels so good.
Beautiful view, huh? Except for that monstrosity in the middle. There's a plan, but I can't tell you here. Come on, let's go to my tent.
Whoa, hold up there, kid.
He's with me, Sean.
Sure, no problem. A friend of Zoe's, a friend of mine.
Sean knows I'm with the brigades. He's cool.
Feels so good. I know the road is my own.
Look at those trucks lined up to cross. They're selling our resources to the rest of the world. But 99% of our people will never see any of that money. It all goes to Tyrak and his cronies, including my father. So, can I have my Walkman? Put it on 191.9.
This is 191.9, the voice of the brigades. This is your Papa Baby here. Before we begin, a personal message for Z.
This is it.
The rooster will sing 3 times. I repeat, the rooster will sing 3 times.
That was a signal. At 3 in the morning, a truck will crash into the wall. It's a diversion, something to draw security in. That's when we cross. I've been thinking, having someone with me could actually help. Wait, you do want to come with me, right? I didn't even ask. I would totally understand if... Great. Okay then. I know it's not cool, but we should get some sleep. You know, it's gonna be difficult, even with a diversion. This time when you wake up, I'll be there. I promise. And then we'll cross together. Good night. Yes, you might lose your life along the way. But for each person that falls, another rises up. The trick is to keep moving forward.
Hello, Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to The Sonia Show. On today's show, we'll take a look at our nation's booming oil industry. With the help of our Minister of Oil, we recorded the following. Just a moment. I have some very important news to share. You're kidding me. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go live to our reporter at the wall. Beatrice, can you hear me?
Yes, Sonia. I'm here at the wall where an attack has just happened. With me is Darren, who witnessed the event.
I'm on? Yeah, so I was sleeping in my tent when I heard a bang, like a big explosion, you know. When I got out, I saw a huge fire at the wall.
Do you know what caused the explosion?
I think a truck smashed into it.
That's right, Sonia. A brigade truck crashed into the wall, killing a teenager on the spot.
Nah, you got it wrong. The truck didn't kill the teen. Border forces did. They're shooting kids all the time. Hey, don't grab my mic.
Uh-oh. Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Wish I could say I'm surprised the brigades are behind this, but I can't. Thank you for your report, Beatrice. Have no fear. The authorities will ensure nothing like this occurs on Election Day. Remember, I'll be there, live. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. As we approach Election Day, more and more protests are occurring in our fine country. Don't support the violence. Vote for Tyrak. As you know, the Sonia Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonia hotline. And that has been the Sonia Show.
Get your tapes and snacks here. Tapes and snacks. All I know is, these politicians, they're not like you and me. It's a different societal class altogether. We're nothing but ants to them. Welcome to Super Supper. Wanna put some coins in my pig? Oh man, thanks for the bread. Know what? Herb's in the back, doing whatever it is Herb does. I'm gonna hook you up, but play it cool. And if you want something else, you'll have to get it from the menu. I know what you mean by hitchhiking, but you should stay and try to make a difference here. Vote Flores. Oh no!
This here, ladies and gents, is what you'd call a robbery.
Woohoo!
Nobody move!
Dudes, just take what you want. We got burgers, we got fries.
You're safe. Where is it?
This is a Super Surfer.
Wrong answer, friendo. I'm holding a shotgun.
Well, gun or not, Super Surfer still doesn't have a safe. But Super Supper, like, still has a register, bros.
Now you're talking. Mitch, give me that bag for the loot.
The bag? I thought you had it.
Mitch!
Sorry, Super Supper doesn't do takeaway. It's weird, I know.
The piggy bank! Put the money in the piggy bank!
Okay, fine, but that's my piggy bank, man. Okay.
Mitch, get the pig.
I don't think I should leave the door, Stan. You know, in case someone comes in.
Are you killing me, Mitch? Then do it! Take the pig and get everyone's money. Time to donate to the Stan and Mitch Fund.
It'll be okay, Richard.
I'm so scared. I think my heart's gonna explode.
You don't know that. Please, his heart can't take this. Thank you.
Get the money, kid.
I just need a minute. Thank you.
I'm sorry, but I can't. Money is a big deal. We do that,
Get
and they
money
win.
in that pig.
Can't you see? And you need my money for that plan? Is that it? I wasn't born yesterday. All right, take it.
Build a pig, kid.
Kid, I have an idea.
You don't have all day.
But you have to trust me. When the time is right, I'll scream my head off, and you jump on the guy with the shotgun. Then I'll save us on my own. Oh, fine, take it.
Get money in that pig.
Stuff that pig, bud.
Quit fooling around, kid.
Better.
Thank you, kid.
I trust you. You've got to save us.
Get money. Get going, kid. I want to hear
Sir?
that pig squeal.
Oh, no. Just call me Mitch. Faster, little buddy. This is a robbery.
Ah! What are you doing?
Now, hand it over, little lady. You made it rain, kid.
Now are you coming with us?
Yeah. Wouldn't be a good robbery without a hostage. Stan and Mitch rules.
Shut up, lady.
I'll handle this, Stan. Yeah, she just needed to take a little nap.
Let's get out of here. Mitch, how much is in the pig?
$122.
$122. Best robbery ever!
We're rich!
Go on. I know you're dying to ask two robbers like us a question. I did. Awful is what it is. We would have saved a kid had we been there.
Yeah, we would've.
How does it make you feel, kid? Yeah, could be a good time for a change. It's true. We're not gonna hurt you, kid. Just needed a fake hostage. Stan and Mitch rules.
We better get going, Stan.
Here, kid, for your emotional duress.
Good luck, little lady.
Stan and Mitch!
And now, listeners, a sneak peek of today's Sonia show.
Surprisingly, it does appear Flores has some supporters. Probably members of the brigades.
Tune in later to hear more.
Stop! I'm famous! That's right. It's me, your beloved Sonia. Listen, I've had a little limo crash. Would you be a doll and give me a ride to a payphone? Thanks, hun. Adam, the kid's gonna give me a ride. You think about what you done. Let me drive the limo when I asked? Ha! Big mistake. Bad, Adam! Bad! Now, come on. Ain't got all day. I'm goddamn Sonia Sanchez. You actually drive this dump on wheels? I mean, it's nice. Real... lived in. Thanks, hun. It's an honor to meet you, too. Did you know there's a burger back here? I'm gonna put it next to you. Try not to eat my fingers, okay? Whatever. Ask me a question, hun. I know you're burning too. Yeah, I know the brigades are behind it somehow. Please, she will do no such thing. So, honey buns, how much do you love my show? That's a good teen. Well, sparkling as your conversation may be, you're boring me, Sugar Pie. But I have an idea to liven this hearse up. Dance party! Good. Now find some music on that junk radio of yours. Jesus, kid! That's it! Turn it up! Now dance! Another song! Woohoo! That hits the spot, sweet pea! Sonia about to get crazy! Dance party! As long as I keep dancing, it doesn't hurt. Dance party! Okay, I'm exhausted. Thanks, sweetie. I needed that. Tell me something, and I want you to be honest. Is this even your car? I thought so. Relax, sugar. I haven't had this much fun in so long. Look at that! Reminds me of... well, of my past. I haven't been so kind to the ones I love lately. It is sometimes, but I'm not sure that's an excuse. But thanks for saying that. It's sweet. Look! A phone booth! Stop the goddamn car! And it looks like you're just about out of gas. Nice meeting you too. And thanks for the ride. I don't know where you're heading, sweet pea, but good luck getting there.
I don't get it. I've tried everything. Guess I'm just a normal genius, not a genius genius. Yo, depressing. Okay, let's start from the beginning. You got this. I don't get it. I've tried everything. Guess I'm just a normal genius, not a genius. Yo, depressing. Okay, let's start from the beginning. You got this. Ugh, I don't get it. I've tried everything. Guess I'm just a normal genius, not a genius. Yo. Dang! What are you, a ninja? I've been working on this thing for 3 days straight, but I still can't figure it out. Well, it's a prototype. You can't actually detonate it. I've been designing it for this guy I know, Robert. It's just a design. Don't worry. To tell you the truth, I was just kind of curious to see if I could make it. I got eyes and ears and an IQ of 180. Yo, what happened is awful. You really think the brigades did this? Yeah, homegirl knows what's up, I think. At least on certain issues. Wait, I got an idea. You can be my rubber duck. A rubber duck is someone who listens to someone else describe a problem. If all goes well, the solution presents itself to the person talking. Cool. So first I check the resistance with my voltmeter, and everything seems okay. Then I clean the captors, checking them too. A bit painstaking, but whatever. You're a genius! To turn on the electricity, we need to find the generator. Could be anywhere at this station. Grab this nail gun. I got another idea. See the cable in the ceiling? Shoot the tiles to see where it goes. That's how we'll find the generator. We just gotta start it now. The key should be around here somewhere. Can you get it? You okay, homegirl? Oh wait, try with this magnet. Homegirl, real slow. That's it. Yeah. Nice. You got it. All right, let's start the generator.
We got company. Hide.
The lights are on.
but the station sure is in bad shape.
You know, that's why we need Tyrak for another 10 years, and not that Flores. To make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen elsewhere.
Hey, wanna scare these Tyrak supporters a little? The cable goes under their car. I can make it act. And their car, too.
Yeah, this place looks closed.
Quit fooling around, Jim.
I just got electrocuted touching the car.
This is one of your jokes, isn't it?
No! See for yourself.
Why would I try to electrocute myself? Fine. I don't feel nothing.
Gotta touch the car. I wasn't lying. I really did get shocked.
Come on, let's get gas someplace else. Gosh darn teens and foreigners.
Not sure I would have done the same. But big ups for not shocking those fools. Here, take this dope. I got extra these days. Hope it helps you on the road. You deserve it for helping me back there. Guess it takes a non-genius sometimes to see things practically. Hope to see you around again sometime.
Hello? It's you, the runaway. They've been arrested. Did you think there wouldn't be any consequences? You should turn yourself in. Maybe that will get them out of prison.
Happy Taxi, how can we help you today? We'll send a taxi to your location right away. Thank you for calling Happy Taxi.
Forgot you were back there. So where are we headed today with Happy Taxi? Then just north it is. Now sit back and enjoy your ride with Happy Taxi. All that belonged to the last customer. I'm sorry for the mess. You're very understanding. He left that behind too. Me too. By the way, everything I'm telling you is the truth. We're called Happy Taxi, but we could be called Honest Taxi, too. Maybe you have some questions about the road. I can help you with those. I did. And how does that make you feel? Oh, is he still our president? Now sit back and stay seated. Enjoy your ride with Happy Taxi. I'm going to turn the music up now. Do you like dinosaurs? Did you say something? Oh, I see. I think I have a flat tire. Better take a look. Sit tight, okay?
He's gonna kill me! I don't want to die! No, no, please!
What did I say about disturbing the customers? Oh, look at that. Impressive.
In just a few days, the nation will honor the victims of '86 and elect its new president. When historians look back on this September 9th, many will consider it the most important day ever in the history of Petria.
It's perfect. The entire country will be watching.
I agree. The time to act is now.
Intelligence says the brigades will try something, Mr. President. If they do, I'll crush them once and for all.
Of course, I'll be here all day, reporting live at the scene. This has been Sonia Sanchez for GNN.
And cut!
You do her hair, is that it?
I don't do her hair.
Don't be offended. We think her hair is great.
Look, Sonia's not seeing anyone right now, all right?
Hi, kid. This guy won't let us see Sonia. He thinks we're fans.
Aren't we, Stan?
We're more than that. We're her biggest fans.
Nice one, Stan. Yeah, you heard the kid.
And who are you? Well, whoever you are, get out of here. That goes for you two also.
Come on, Mitch. We made the hairstylist upset. We'll talk to Sonia later.
Oh, are you crying, Sonia?
A girl died here in '86.
Might as well do it now. This is for you, Lola.
Lola was her name. I tried. I tried to save her. But the rocks, they kept coming. It's just, sometimes I wish I had died. And she lived.
Oh, Sonia.
Mitch, behind the rocks. You see what I'm seeing?
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Stop right there!
You again. Wait, where's the other one?
Mitch, the beast!
What the?
Woohoo! We got him, Mitch! We got the would-be killer!
Woohoo!
Stan? Mitch?
Wait, you know these two S&M guys?
Know them? They're the Big Brothers!
Hi, Sonia.
Oh, hi, Sonia.
You two come here and give me a hug! Now!
Right away,
Yeah.
ma'am.
On our way.
It's so good to see you two! It's been too long!
I don't want to rain on your family reunion, but he's gone.
Not a problem. We'll be here on election day, if he comes back.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Stan! Oh, Mitch. Oh, I'm sorry I've been so distant. I hope you can forgive me.
Don't worry about it, Sonia.
Yeah, don't worry. We're a family.
Aw, you guys are the best. Now give me another hug.
That leaves just the brigades. Time to cut the head off the snake.
Snacks and drinks? Can I help you at all?
a little further. Stop!
What's that you got there?
It's a movement detector.
Oh, you don't need that. I'm not hiding it.
Then you got nothing to worry about. All good. Now pull up to the next checkpoint.
Yeah. Good day to you, too.
What's the dog for? We run an obedience school. What do you think it's for? Go on, Gus. Go on.
Hey, what are you eating?
It's all clear. Nothing but boxes. Pull up to the last checkpoint. Fine. Stop. Breathing scanner. Impossible to beat. Little excessive, isn't it? Triple check system. New policy from the big man. Starting the scanner now. You're free to cross. Come right back after you're delivered. Understand? To a warm and welcoming country, I'd be a fool not to.
Freedom. Nothing is more important, but there are many others in Petra still looking for it. And their journeys have only just begun.
Hello, Sonia Sanchez here. Welcome to The Sonia Show. Well, viewers, another robbery has occurred on our roads. This time, the victim was one of the sponsors of our show, Super Supper. Bizarrely, I'm told the robbers used a pig to collect their funds. Speaking of Super Supper, have you tried their latest delicious burger? Your stomach will thank you for it. Now let's take a moment to look at the latest candidate polls. Looks like Tyrak is still the preferred candidate. As we approach Election Day, more and more protests are occurring in our fine country. Don't support the violence. Vote for Tyrak. As you know, The Sonia Show is very concerned about our youth who continue to mysteriously disappear. Let's view today's Missing Teen Report. Remember, if you have any information, please call the Sonia hotline. And that has been the Sonia Show.
Both of you. Oh, please. Almost 100% of those are forged. You have no idea, Peach Fuzz. These roads will eat you alive.
Hey. I am, actually. It's over. I can go home now. Not far from where she found you. Must be a hub back there. Careful, man. Yeah, I heard a kid hid in a truck and crossed. I wanted to do that, but there was too much security. Sounds lame, but I can't wait to sleep in my own bed. Right, and have a home-cooked meal? Prison food has to be better than what I've been eating.
Hey, what are you talking about back there? You can call your parents from the nearest station, okay? They'll come and get you. I recognize you from the missing posters. Both of you. Your folks must be worried sick. Actually, I'd welcome a little chit-chat, kid. My job can be awfully quiet. It should have never happened. That's what I think. Guess I know who your favorite candidate is, don't I?
All units, we have a code 10. Brigade radio communication in progress. The source is coming from somewhere just off Route 42. Over.
Today's my lucky day. I'm gonna finally find this brigade transmitter. Unit 2 here. I'm northbound on 42. Over. These brigades. Promise me something, kids. Stay away from them. Hey, got a question for you two. Any chance you've come across a kid with glasses and a little computer?
Papa Bear to Mama Bear. You copy?
Now's not a good time, Papa Bear. I got 2 kids in the car. Over.
Where are you?
You okay? You sound worried.
Just stay off Route 42, okay? Promise me, Mama Bear.
You broke up. Papa Bear, you still there? Is it me? Or is that billboard ahead? Go, kid. They'll think you had something to do with this.
Mama Bear. Mama Bear. Goddamn cough. Oh, just Papa Bear's luck. Mama Bear. Hey, you're not my Mama Bear. You're just some hairless teen. I had a date with Mama Bear, but she's police. So I didn't show. I screwed up. And then I got real drunk. I'm a bad man, young wolf. You're looking at Petria's most wanted criminal. Damn! Not even Papa Bear can move this rock. Wait. Nope. Impossible. Come over here. Hey! You see those rocks ahead? Kinda looks like the border gate, don't it? Goddamn peak collapse. Took Connie away from me. Connie was the love of my life. First love. But I don't want to talk about that. I want to race. Come on! Race you up the hill! Off faster than the wind! Jesus! My knees! You'll never catch me! I'll run like the wind! Fast and effortlessly! Oh, my knees! The pain is excruciating! Oh! Oh! You win! But only because I'm a tad out of shape. A soccer ball. Uh-oh. You've entered the danger zone now. All right, young blood. You got 5 kicks. In high school, my nickname was The Wall. So you know. Lucky. That one went through where my fingers used to be. 4 kicks left now. They should call you Jello Foot. 3 kicks left. Ooh, I have double vision. And I went for the wrong ball. You only got 2 kicks left. Better make them good. Hey, they should call you Jello Foot. 1 kick left. I want to see your best, young blood. What's the score? Tell you what, we'll say you have 2 goals. Oh, mean, but funny. No, not a bad score. As a general rule, the Wall does better than sober. Ooh, Jesus, I'm beat. Come on, let's sit over here. Yeah, I feel it in my bones, kid. Something good or real bad. I wouldn't count on it, young blood. I don't trust the electoral system. I do, young blood. Thanks. Sorry about all that before. Yeah, it's just this whole thing with Mama Bear has brought up the past. And Connie. Well, Connie was the love of my life. But she died 10 years ago in the peak collapse. She was my everything, young blood. You should have seen her. Oh yeah, I got dozens in Mr. Grizzly. Over there. Well, she was young and committed, like me. We were in the brigades together. And beautiful. So goddamn beautiful. I'll miss her for the rest of my days. Oh, she is. That voice, oof. And she's tough. Tougher than I'll ever be. But kind and funny, too. Cause Mama Bear is the popo, young blood. And I'm a Black Brigade carrying around an illegal radio transmitter. It's not exactly meant to be. That it is, young blood. That it is. Shoot. Nah, I do. I really think I do. Yeah. Hey, you're pretty wise for a snot-nosed teen. You know that? Maybe you should do one of those dating advice radio shows. Sounds good, young blood. Now, if it's all right with you, I think I'm just gonna sit here a while and enjoy the view. You be safe out there. And if love comes your way, you grab it. Understand me?
Before?
He's going to get sick on the hog stand. I knows it.
What'd you say, kid? Can't hear ya. On account of the wind.
Little buddy thanked us for the ride, Stan.
Mitch, hard as I try, I can't hear you neither. On account of the wind. I see your lips are moving, and I know you are speaking to me. Yet pains me to say, I cannot hear you. Protective goggles?
Ha ha! Protective goggles!
Mitch, check the back. Better still be there.
Would if I could, Stan. Now you know I have issues with the lower lumbar.
Right, your issues with the lower lumbar. Kid, check the bag in the back.
Watch! A furry friend!
Aw, that's too bad. Happens with the smaller life forms. I should hug more, to discourage them from wandering out. Like this. Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, not at all.
We did it, Mitch! We robbed the big one! First Petria National! That's mighty kind of you to say, kid!
Hey, little buddy! You've heard of Stan and Mitch, right?
I knew it, Mitch! We're famous!
Woohoo! And we just keep getting better at robbing. I didn't think it was humanly possible.
Once we even forced a kid to rob a diner on our behalf.
Should have seen the expression on that poor sucker's face.
But here we are, hogging the conversation. Maybe you'd like to pose a topic of your own. Oh yeah, me and Mitch were just talking about that.
Yeah, it's like the air is crackling with electricity.
That would be quite unexpected.
Yeah, quite unexpected.
Hey, what are you looking out down there? Shucks, Mitch. Looks like we forgot a scratch. My brother and I are morally good, if you mind us the robbing with firearms.
But we do have a weakness for the scratch tickets. Shoot! The cops, Stan!
If they start shooting, we're goners! Kid, do something to slow him down! You want to promo money? You're a genius!
Stan! Kid's throwing up money!
Got a better idea?
Let me think! It's working! We're gaining! We're so screwed!
Keep throwing our money at the car! Aim for the windshield! Hard to see through those hills! Come on! They're gaining
Ha-ha! Time to get rich! They stopped for the money!
Dare I ask who the criminals are now?
We lost them! But we lost all our darn money! It's your fault, kid!
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Uh-huh.
Kid, for your quick thinking, we'll take you a little ways further, okay? Well, Mitch and I are nice people.
No! Really nice!
Stand and march!
Oh, thank God you're here, kid. You saw that beautiful limo out there, right? That's Sonia's. You gotta deliver that champagne up to her. Do that, and I'll give you a room, and at a discount. I do it myself, but it doesn't seem, classy. And I fired room service last week. They were doing inappropriate things to the food. Of course you will. Ugh, now grab the bottle and get going. Sonia doesn't like to wait. Shoo, go!
Our nation is blessed to have you at the helm. And here's to hoping for
The elevator's at the end of the hallway. She's in room 307.
Let's do it. Come on. Let's do it.
Adam, you're a loser and no one knows you. It's
Yes, Sonia.
And don't blow this.
Yes, Sonia.
Jesus Christ. Finally. Put it on the table and get the hell out. Wait, you ever take photos? Not that kind, perv. Just get behind the camera and I'll explain. Chop chop. No. No, chop chop.
Come on. Let's do it.
Okay, here's the scoop. I've sent Adam, my driver, to meet two members of the Black Brigades in the warehouse across the street. While he talks, I want you to take photos. Got it? Just don't screw up, sweet cakes.
Down here, you see me? What do I do if they start asking questions?
You keep that trap shut. The kid and I'll tell you what to say through the earpiece. Now we wait. Kid, you got any questions? Any at all? Now's the time to ask. Those brigades are probably up to something. What about you, honey? Planning on being at the border for the big day? Oh, Jesus. Another political teen?
Can I pee, Sonia? It burns.
For the 100th time, no!
Okay, I'm going in. Hey there, guys.
Hey there, guys. Jesus Christ!
Evening, Thelonious.
I know. Sweetie Pie, take a photo.
Let's talk inside.
This better be good, Thelonious.
We baited them. Thelonious there supposedly has important info. Adam! We can't see you! You gotta make the move!
Guys, can we go somewhere else? The feng shui is off here, right?
You're a very strange man.
I got a bad feeling about this, R.
Relax. We're looking for info on where Tyrak's gonna be. Thelonious is gonna help us. With that kid Alex's help, maybe we can take him out. So Thelonious, what can you tell us about Tyrak?
Okay, honeybuns, think fast. Numbnuts needs our help.
There's a new pump. Tyrak will be there for the grand opening.
Yeah, surrounded by dozens of Secret Service. That can't be the only thing you have to tell us.
You want more information? You'll have to pay for it. Whoa, whoa! Let's stay cool.
Oh, Adam's a trooper. He'll be fine.
You're not going anywhere. Tim, search him.
He's got an earpiece, R. We need to go.
No, we go on the roof. It's time for a more serious discussion.
Oh, shut up, kid. Just keep taking photos.
Whoever's listening, I sure hope your friend knows how to fly.
You idiot!
Over there, R. At the window. We see you, kid! He's got a camera.
I'm gonna count backwards from 5. If I get to 0 and don't have the camera, Thelonious goes over. Got it?
Don't you dare give him the camera, honeybuns! That's my story!
5.
No!
Good choice, kid. Grab the camera, Tim. We're getting out of here.
What did you do? He would have wanted you to keep the camera! And to think I was gonna make you a junior producer? Oh, hi, Adam. Hope you're happy with yourself for ruining the story.
Sorry, Sonia.
Get out of here, sugar. Before I tell the cops there's a missing teen in my room.
Sonia, I love you. I know. Let's just grab the camera and get out of here. Yeah, someone keeps putting up new Flores posters. Flores supporters. Not many, but they're resilient.
What took you so long? Well, anyway, here's a few bucks for your help. Hope she talks about the blue water on her next show. I love Sonya so much. Fine. I guess. Course I did. Black Brigades killed her. Like they did those poor souls in '86.
just another kid who got caught. My name's Max. We're in a holding cell near the border. They brought you in last night. They beat you. That's why. But it should come back soon. A guy called the cops on me at a gas station. There was another teen there. Must have been arrested too, but taken in a different car. Too long. I just want to get it over with. Getting transferred to the pits. Well, you know, that's where crosses end up, isn't it?
Get your hands off me!
Your friend's been chosen for a new treatment. We'll turn him into a good teenager yet.
Wake up! You're being transferred to the pits. Now get up! Demonstrations. It's election day, and scum like you want to make trouble.
You need to go!
Now time to get you in the truck.
Go, go, go!
Quiet back there!
They fried him, man. I don't know if he can talk now.
Do I know you?
What are they doing?
They know we're in here, right?
Stop that! Get your hands up! Stop!
What was that? A prison van has just been flipped over.
Go, go! Get him out! Everybody, to the wall! Where the hell is Robert?
Big John, did you see Alex?
You saw Alex? Where is he?
At the wall.
Kid, come with me. I gotta find someone. This way, young blood! There's an opening up here. Alex! What are you doing?
John! It's not what you think! Robert got someone to make the bomb using my blueprints! I'm trying to disarm it, but it's not working! Robert must have changed the code. Dude is a straight-up a-hole.
He probably used a code you wouldn't know. I have an idea. Youngblood, try 6682.
You sure?
Hurry!
It worked! But how'd you know?
That was the code of the first bomb. Your birthday.
First bomb? My birthday?
Your mom and dad, Alex. Naomi and Steven. They built it and used the most important day of their lives as the code.
We were gonna use it. But there was a problem at the last moment. That's when Connie and I tried to take Tyrak out in the truck. We'd worked too hard to come up empty-handed. But we missed. And Tyrak detonated the explosives on the peak.
And my parents were killed.
Yes. And Connie. And so many others that day.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner, John?
I thought it'd radicalize you. Push you to build the bomb. And I didn't want you to hate me.
Hate you?
If I had killed Tyrak, your parents would still be alive.
They made their choices, Mr. Yu. They put themselves in that position. That's not on you.
Thanks for saying that, kid. Now come on, let's...
Don't move! Hands up and turn around. Slowly. Hands up, I said!
Mom! Don't shoot!
Alex?
Your mom's a cop?
Get out of here, Alex.
That voice.
Wait. Papa Bear? No!
You know each other?
Yeah. Turns out I've been chatting on the CB with the very person I was after.
Well, it's not great for me either. The woman I love being a cop and everything.
Love.
Yeah. Love.
Ha! Don't make me laugh.
Listen, I'm sorry I stood you up. I chickened out.
You think I care about that now?
My mom and Mr. Ursus were gonna go on a date? My mind is gonna explode.
Alex, I told you, get out of here!
Listen to your mom.
So, how do you know each other again?
I did some work for the brigades, for info on my bio parents. John knew them.
Yeah, right.
It's the truth. My girlfriend and I were friends with Alex's parents.
Your girlfriend?
She died in '86. I've been trying to protect Alex. You gotta believe me.
It's true, Mom. John wasn't using me. He was trying to protect me.
Look, I screwed up. I became a part of something that turned bad. Not a day goes by that I don't regret it. But I'm a different person now. I want to be with you.
I'm a cop, and you're a wanted criminal. Forgive me, but I don't see how that could work.
Mom, look around. Things are happening. Change is happening. Give John another chance. He screwed up, but we all make mistakes. You, for instance.
Me?
Yeah, I mean, come on, Mom. You know what Tyrak is doing to teens.
I do. Yes.
You really want to keep working for a government that does that?
No. I haven't wanted to do my job for a long time now. But I did it. For you.
Well, you no longer have to, Mom. Now, please, lower your gun.
We can cross together. There's nothing keeping us here. We can leave.
Mom, what do you think?
Kid, you can come if you want.
Supporters on the other side of the wall have broken through and are now fighting the border forces with the brigades. Could this be it? Is the revolution really happening?
Might be a good time to go, sir. Kid, stop! Zoe?
The uprising that started that day spread to most of Petria, ensuring a fair, democratic election. Flores won by a landslide and promised to repeal much of what Tyrak had done. Tyrak was arrested and tried for his crimes. The iron pits were closed, and the wall came down as well. Though it's far too early to tell what the future of my country holds, for the first time in many years, there is hope. And that, at the very least, is a good place to start.